back to the channel. Now, there's been a lot of UFC lately, and I haven't been talking about UFC that much on this channel. So I brought my man Nate. How you doing, Nate? How's things going?
Good, good. Happy to be on the channel again. So,
Let's get it. Thank you for coming on. His link's gonna be down this in the description. Nate, do you have any upcoming videos? Next time you're gonna go live? What can these
that
people
kind of stuff.
see on your channel?
I went live today, and that was fun. It was a call in. It was really early, so I had early release today, so I gotta get something out. And I made a video talking about my new logo, which is something that you guys know. The generic Day Talk Sports logo is gone. It's been there for 6 months. I got it gone, so now we have a new logo. So let's get it.
Gotcha. I love it. So please go check his channel down in the description below. Well, there's been a lot of UFC fights since the last time we talked, and I was just saying, let's just break it down. We'll go from, let me share our screen for people can see exactly what we're talking about, and let's get it. So we have it's been the last time we talked about Global Teixeira in general, and just the fact that we'll do ourselves a disservice as MMA fans if we don't talk about at least this fight on this court. This court was amazing. We have, if you want to talk about any one of these fights, for free.
Islam's a
We can
beast.
start with Chimaev. We can even go down to Amanda Rabs. Whatever you want to talk about, you can talk about. But I really want to focus on this fight right here. But let's begin wherever you want to begin.
Let's start out Chimaev. Chimaev deserves his recognition. He is the top. He's in the top 10 in the welterweight division, in my opinion.
Zoom in on this.
He's a beast. 10-0. Just he dominates everyone that he sees. Now he dominates someone like Yu Jang, who is one of the most high-level strikers in this division. Can strike anyone at any moment. Knocks out people with vicious punches.
He's up there, but he's not like the top. Top 10. But he's notable of being a good striker. Yes,
he's beat some Jake Matthews. He's been up there. He's beat some good dudes. But then you go over to Hamzat. You go to Hamzat. He's
on just a 4-fight win streak, only giving up one punch.
Yeah, and that was to John Phillips, which wasn't even a punch. It was just he just tried to get away with doing this. So that's, in my opinion, that should be not even. It's counted a punch, but it should not be called a strike punch, which is what they counted it. But he beat Merchant last time, which that was everyone that was on the highlight reel for like every channel. It was insane. But he's still, in my opinion, they have to, and I'm gonna say this, they have to get him with Leon Edwards.
Yeah, it looks like his next upcoming fight is with Jack, and let's just talk about Chimaev for a bit.
And that's a wrestling bout. They already said that's a wrestling. It's just wrestling. That's just wrestling. That's just like a wrestling
fight. Match. Yeah, that's a wrestling. Never mind. That's just wrestling. You're right. Thank you for that. Let's just talk about Chimaev. Okay, this guy comes in. He demolishes his first opponent, only giving up a strike. Okay.
Comes a month later,
demolishes the second opponent, right? And this last fight this is his 4th fight in the company. He literally picks the guy up, walks to Dana, and tells Dana, I'm going to kill everybody in this division. I'm going to kill everybody in this UFC. And he slams the guy down, and he just goes off. And give the guy a top 15 opponent now.
Yeah, and this is what I'm going to say about that, though. One thing that he has shown is now he can wrestle with anyone in this division. Came to the UFC. They said he only had 1 year experiencing wrestling. 1 year. Now he has probably 2 years of experience wrestling, and he wrestles better than literally anyone besides Kamaru, all the guys who've been in wrestling like Burns. Those
Absolutely. Guys been doing that the whole lives.
But he can compete, and he could definitely be someone, in my opinion. If Kamaru doesn't want to fight any other guys, he has said he could want to fight Chimaev, so he could be if I'm not saying he deserves it. I ain't saying I think that who deserves it is Leon. Leon definitely deserves it.
Leon deserves it, absolutely.
But Leon said he doesn't want to fight the champ until he gets another fight. That's something he said it by himself. He said it, but he said this.
I think if Leon is off with the title fight, he's gonna take it.
Yeah, he's gonna take it. But if he literally said he wants to get back in there with another guy, just get him warm.
so Neil Magny throwing his name out there, just Nate Diaz throwing names out there.
That's the fight they have to do. They have to do Nate versus Chimaev. That's a
We
fight
need we need someone to really see is this guy about it. And if you fight against Neil Magny, if you fight against Nate Diaz, those two guys will really will learn a lot about Chimaev based off those two guys, right?
You know why I want him to fight?
Cool.
But I'm Muhammad. I want that fight so bad. Two young guys Muhammad has been beating some great dudes, competed with Leon until the eye poke, which that fight should have been redoed because that was an eye poke and
That
that's
was a nasty eye
disrespect.
poke, girl.
And he competed with Leon. I thought he took the first round versus Leon.
Mm-hmm.
He destroyed Leon in the first, and he was.
I honestly thought like he wasn't gonna look that good against Leon.
Yeah. But this dude matches up so well because he's that guy, man, who just competes with everyone.
Absolutely. Now, before we get into the main event, were you gonna say something? I'm sorry for interrupting.
Oh no, that was it. But Islam, man.
Yeah, let's talk about Islam.
Yeah. This dude's 21-1, which that one loss, I think was that. Did he get
early on?
That was him early on, right?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That was in 2015. But if you think about it, that was still early in his MMA career. As his second fight in the UFC.
Oh wow.
If you look at what he did after that and who he just demolished in the way, like
look at the last three,
more, man. Like
he beat Drew Dober, who's obviously people call him really tough. They call him tough, so he's a tough match. Then you go to Thiago Ramos, who's that dude's a monster. Like Thiago's a beast. Then he goes to Dan Hooker, which I wanted Dan to win this fight so freaking bad.
Yeah, coming off of those two losses, right?
But this is what I need to meet. Dan beat his last guy. He said month later, screw it. And I think Dan deserves a lot of credit here. Dan came with one of his biggest wins in his whole entire career.
He did beat Nazareth, that's right. But I remember these two losses. I forgot he fought Nazareth. Yeah.
Yeah, but then I respect him so much for that, man.
Oh, absolutely, man.
That's what everyone loves about this guy. Dan Hooker is a beast. If he gets an opportunity to kill someone in a full training camp, he will kill you. He literally said, I don't care who I fight, anytime, anywhere. Now he's getting to that Nate Diaz point where you would have been there.
Absolutely. And Dan Hooker is always an exciting fighter to watch. But Islam is just you're starting to see it. Khabib said when he was still defending the title, he said that Islam's gonna be the next champion. And
I think he pretty much
starting to see the fruits of the labor of Khabib's father and the legacy he left behind with all these great wrestlers coming out of the state.
This is what I'm gonna say though. What I think people need to understand is Justin's next. I think Justin deserves it more than
absolutely. I
think right now, but I could see them putting Islam in there.
There's two people that deserve it more than Islam right now. Obviously, it has to be Destin that gets it first. Destin gets it first, and then I'll take Justin after that. But after them two, I wouldn't mind doing something like an Islam just because of the fact that he's right there in conversation. So just the fact that he worked his way to be in the conversation next to those two names. Now, those always going to be these big fights that everybody wants to talk about. Connor's name is always going to be mentioned in conversation because he's a big fight. But when you think of someone that deserves it, you obviously we think of Justin, we think of Destin, and now Islam is working his way up there in conversation.
And he always says he likes to fight, so he will take anyone as well. He will take anyone he wants, and that's what I think both these fighters respect from each other is that they can take anyone and they can beat anyone, and that's why I respect both. That's why I said I didn't want to choose who we wanted to win that fight. I think both of them are great fighters. So shout out to both of them because Dan deserves a lot of credit because he could have not took that fight. He could have just left, but he stayed in there. His family said he doesn't want him to fight. He took the fight.
Absolutely.
And he had to stay in the hotel for a whole month. He couldn't move. He was literally in quarantine for a whole month. And that's something I respect from Dan Hooker.
Absolutely. I didn't really watch this Peter Yan fight yet. I didn't watch this live.
Domination.
You want to talk about it?
Yeah, it was pretty much domination. Yan took it. Yan took 3 rounds. Sandhagen took the first.
Yeah, nothing against Corey Sandhagen, but I just think that those are two major step up in competition, and Corey wasn't ready yet.
We talked about TJ getting it. We talked about this like a while back. We talked about TJ getting the title shot, but now TJ needs to get the title shot. After Yan and Sterling fight, he's next in my opinion in the division.
TJ just got done off with his suspension.
No, yeah, that's why he fought Sandhagen. He was
Yeah.
already done off the suspension.
Yeah. All right, and get into the main event of your UFC 267. We have 42-year-old Glover defeat Brawley. Just so apparently, the Polish power was left at home. He said, and what you feel about that being 42
I told you.
and Glover is someone that you can make a movie about. You know what I'm saying? Like his story
This
is
dude,
amazing,
man.
and what he was able to accomplish, and not
Yes.
only just beat. I'm talking about fully demolished. First round, Jan couldn't get up. Glover just obviously you can't
What he
get
said.
up.
He said,
Just more
"Wrestle,
than
takedown, wrestle,
yep,
takedown, wrestle." That's what he did the whole time. Wrestle, takedown, wrestle.
yep,
That was his whole strategy, and Jan
exactly.
couldn't stop it. So what he said is, "Why would I stand up at a guy who stands up? I could just take him down, demolish him, take him down, beat the crap out of him, and take the fight." That's something
Exactly.
Glover can do.
Fight,
He's
fight to your
multi-dimensional. He can
advantage.
strike with
Don't fight to
anyone.
your opponent's advantage. Fight what's good for you to do.
Yeah,
Don't get
that's what I
suckered
said.
into
I
striking
called
better
it.
striker.
I called this happening. I said that Jan will be the champion.
Mhm,
And I said, when they fight, Glover will win. Well, I took Glover in this fight because I thought Glover was the better fighter. I think Glover's
mhm.
multi-dimensional, which everyone saw. He's a wrestler and a striker. He can strike with anyone. He can knock out anyone. He's that dude, man, and he's gonna be at the champion for a long time.
It's gonna be tough because he is gonna be facing a killer next, and my money's on Yuri. I like Glover.
Yeah,
He is
Yuri's.
42. I
Yeah, I'm
want him
taking
to enjoy
Yuri.
his moment, but if he comes out there and if he beats Yuri, wow, that is a storybook
Yeah,
ending for a career. You know what I'm saying?
until they sign that contract, Glover gets really the champion until how much Yuri wants it. If Yuri wants it, he'll win the fight. If Yuri thinks he can beat the champ right now, he'll win.
Absolutely, absolutely. Anything you want to cover on UFC 268? I will just
Can
go
you go on
into
that Gary guy real quick?
UFC 60. Sorry, 7, and let's just go into UFC 268 and real fast. I wanted to talk about Gary
Yeah,
as
that's what I was
well.
gonna do too.
Before we do that, we'll just basically we ran through 267, guys. We're gonna run to 268, and then we're probably just gonna run through the Max Holloway and your real fight. Let's get it going. And yo, the Irish.
Yeah,
What you thought about
you
this?
can
We're seeing
another
the young
Irish,
McGregor right
bro.
here.
Like, what is the problem? Like, this dude is definitely calm. I could see this. This dude looked. He is
Mm-hmm.
young to 23. He's young as hell. And listen, guys, we're ain't gonna hype him off after one fight, okay?
Absolutely,
It's one
absolutely.
fight, but
It is one fight.
he has the kind of knockouts, man, where it's gonna be. He's, in my opinion,
His
if they
movement, bro.
build this dude up,
He was watching him the whole time step back and
yeah,
counter punched him so perfectly.
yeah. He has,
Wow.
dude. He has power. That's something.
Mhm.
If you step up to this dude, he'll knock you out. Like it's
Now
and
he did have a tough debut in a way of sense, like he did get the knockout, but he
yeah.
did get hit a lot, and that's one thing he needs to work on too.
But
Is his
you could
hand
take that as a
movement.
positive though, and say he got hit and he
Tested
took
in
it.
he got tested in the sense and he took it. But if you're claiming and
Yeah.
obviously we can't judge him too much, but to be a perfect fighter, he's gonna have to.
Yes.
He has a lot of things to clean up.
But this, if he can go, if Connor says, "Bro, come to the camp," if he goes to Connor's
Yeah,
camp, bro, dangerous,
he
absolutely. And
left.
they can make this dude like a striker, just make a striker because he has the power to be a striker. He's at a wrestling camp right now, so I think
Yeah,
that was a risky move of his. But if he can learn wrestling too, hey, we have a contender if he can build himself right.
check it. You have a young Irish fighter, right? That basically is 23. That modeled his game after Conor McGregor. That seen Conor McGregor's rise and seen Conor McGregor's takeover. You have your idol leaving you a voice message in Conor McGregor, telling you and asking you to come train with him and stuff like that too. So that makes a whole lot of sense. If you ask me, like what Conor McGregor can do to Ian's game will be absolutely
Yeah,
amazing in the sense of Connor's ability to shape him into a perfect fighter, I could see happening in the sense of getting the right people around Gary. Obviously, he has his team, but always getting the right people to improve him, because it's all about improving. Even the champion who just fought and defended his belt on this main card in Kimura, he's always improving. You know what I'm saying? So get the right people around him to better his game. I think would be a right thing for him. You know what I'm saying? Heading in the right direction.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's another guy I wanted to talk about. I think he was earlier on. Um, Chris Burnett. Did you watch that fight?
Nope. I know.
All right, so
That's the only fight I watched. I didn't really care about any of the
gotcha. So
others.
Glenn came in at, he was used to fight at 205, but he came in at 260. Obviously, um, you know, not really looking that good. The only reason why I want to talk about this fight is because Chris Burnett, his ability to kick at his weight is truly amazing, and he got him with a scissors kick. And this guy's at heavyweight. So when you get a chance, y'all go watch the Chris Burnett fight. And if you did watch the Chris Burnett fight, leave a comment down below and let me know what you thought about that scissors kick. All right, get into basically the main fights on this card. The three main fights that I was most excited about was Justin Gaethje versus Michael Chandler. What's your thoughts about this fight?
Gotta give respects. You gotta get,
dude.
Chandler deserves every respect he deserves.
Absolutely.
He deserves still to be in the top 5.
Yes.
He's competing with the number 2 guy, and he's gonna be in the top 5 because he deserves it more. And I think this dude,
he probably had the toughest debut out of any single UFC debut. Like if you look at his first 3 fights, Michael Chandler has the toughest debut.
Yeah.
Who fights those 3 guys in their first 3 fights? I get it. He came from another organization. I get that. Maybe there's other people. Maybe you might say like, well, Brock Lesnar. But Brock Lesnar did fight some legends at the time. But if you think about it, what Michael Chandler
he's had the toughest debut.
Yeah.
Michael Chandler has had the toughest debut because he's fought the now champion. He's fought Justin Gaethje and he's fought Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker's a tough match for anyone.
Absolutely.
Charles Oliveira was a beast. And he fight Justin Gaethje, who's one of, my opinion, that team, man. That team deserves
the best team in MMA right now.
Yep. So Justin Gaethje, Rose.
I'm gonna grab some water. Hold it on.
All right. So if you guys didn't know, Gaethje's a monster, man. He hits extremely hard for his weight, man. Gaethje is a monster, dude. If you guys don't like Justin Gaethje, watch his fights. I know people hate his attitude, but I like his attitude because it's different. He doesn't talk trash, and he definitely can fight.
Yeah, I love Justin Gaethje's attitude. I love his approach. He's always willing to learn. And for someone like Gaethje to not only, I know it wasn't his decision, but not only to accept the fact that my coach is bringing in these fighters to help out too, and that's going to take away some of my time. So we're going to have to work on
he agreed with both of them.
He agreed to it. You know what I'm saying? He's a kind-hearted individual
dude,
that
bro.
Every time
I want this to succeed.
Absolutely.
I want this to succeed so bad. Because he just deserves it. How this
bigger fan of Chandler now, what he just proved. You know what I'm saying? Like what went out there and show a court, man. Chandler has nothing to hang his head about.
Beast.
We
don't need to talk about that.
Man. All right. Rose versus Ray Lee. Another, like we was talking about Justin. If y'all don't know, Trevor Whitman went 3-0 on the night. All of his fighters winning.
Who's her husband? Who's her husband? That's Trevor's brother. Oh my god, I need to know this guy's name.
Pat Barry?
Yeah, Pat Barry. Yeah, Barry.
Yes. Amazing job on what they were able to accomplish with Rose. Went out there and proved it again on why she's the best, and at her division, that is, and to do it to a champ, an ex-champ. Like, I know she took away the belt from Ray Lee, but the thing is, to do it again, that's almost as great as Max Holloway beating Jose Aldo twice in a row. It stands right up there because Ray Lee was no joke. She only lost her second fight, and then from her second fight, she went on a 20-fight 21 fight win streak. 20 fight win streak to come back and then lose twice to Rose, man, speaks greatness. And if you look at who has Rose beat in the past and the way that she wins her titles is just absolutely phenomenal. It's
And
absolutely amazing.
what did they say? I heard the quote. They said finish. It's ain't over. Finish.
Absolutely.
It's 2-2. And then what Barry said is this: finish. It's just finished. Get takedown. Finish. And she did the exact same thing as what they said. Finish the fight. She tried to finish it, but Weili's a beast, and she basically took everything that she got. But it was 2-2 in my opinion going into the fifth. It was scored at 2-2, and then when she took her down so easy, I was like, what is the condition this team has? They can
Oh,
go,
you talking about Trevor Whitman's team?
yeah, they can go like 10 rounds and like straight out boxing if they have this.
Oh, absolutely.
But shout out to Rose. Rose is a beast. You don't need to hang your head. You
Not at
fought
all.
an amazing fight.
If you think about it too, the reason why I wanted to bring up Rose's record was she beat an undefeated Taurus, right? She beat an undefeated Taurus. She beat a top of the division, Michelle Watterson. She dethroned the Queen, basically a undefeated Queen, twice.
Twice.
Got slammed against Jessica because she didn't want to accept it. You know, when you're going to get slammed and you don't adjust it, you don't adjust to put your hand down. You don't accept the slam. She got pounded on the face, but came back and shown that she was the better fighter. And then to beat a fighter that was on a 20 fight win streak twice, absolutely amazing.
And then beats Jessica again, which she tied with Jessica. So,
Alrighty, thoughts on the main event with Usman taking on Kobe?
Kamaru should now be the GOAT of the welterweight division.
Dana White said he's the greatest welterweight of all time. I still put GSP over him. I need a couple more fights.
This is what I'm gonna say though. He now just destroyed Tyron Woodley's everything. Like he just surpassed Tyron Woodley so fast.
Tyron Woodley's reign does not come close to Kamaru's reign.
Kamaru is gonna keep on going until they have someone who's like Hamzat grow.
Yeah, develop Hamzat, and that's what I think Dana White's trying to look at right now. Hamzat, he people know him, diehard MMA fans know him, but he's not a casual name yet. And I think he's trying to build him into a more casual name.
Remember when they said Habib called him? Habib called Kamaru. Was like, I want this guy to smash this guy. I was like, bro, if they can get Kamaru and Habib in a room to train, something they've been talking about. So, and I believe whatever his last name is, he's Habib and Kamaru's manager. So they're but I think what this guy has done and Kamaru Usman is complete domination.
Getting the champ, beating the champ.
Then beat Colby. He's arguably one of the best fighters in that division at that time. Then beats Jorge. Then beats Gilbert. Then beats Jorge again.
Like, clean.
And what I like about this dude too is he's fought 3 times.
Got knocked out.
He's fought 3 times this year.
He wants to stay active.
And I see this dude saying this. He deserves the months off. Like this is someone who deserves it because he has his daughters. Probably like, why does he keep on leaving and going back? But one thing that he has to do is this. If I'm Trevor Whitman, you tell him this. He has to be more technically coordinated because he's just in the final round, he was just throwing punches. Like it was just his technique just went off. And that's something that Trevor says, like, technique, calm down. The fight is still there. Don't just go for the knockout mid punch. But that's something he has to work on if he wants to beat everyone else.
Absolutely. And then there's we kind of seen it in the Jorge Masvidal fight. He obviously won with the knockout, but we've seen him overreach a bit.
Yeah.
His striking is well improved.
Yeah.
Totally different fighter from since the last time they fought. But Leon Edwards was outside of Kobe. Leon Edwards was his toughest opponent to date, toughest fight to date too. And if you look at what Leon Edwards amounted to, after that fight, after that loss, was a run, 9-1, 8 fight, eight fight run. So Leon and Kimura is gonna be an exciting fight if they could make that happen.
They have to do it. I think it's gonna be Hamzat or Leon. I think they're just gonna put screw it. If they have nothing else, they're gonna put Hamzat.
I think you're right. In the sense of Leon, I think Hamza. I think Dana White is gonna. We don't really touch up records in UFC, but we do sometimes protect our younger fighters in the sense of giving them opponents based on what their skill level amounts to. So it's never gonna be an easy fight, but we're not gonna give someone that just came in a fight in the top 10 unless they was fighting in another division, like a Justin Gaethje and like a Michael Chandler. They both came in and fought immediately competition, like a Nick Diaz when Nick Diaz came back from Strikeforce, like a Jake Shields immediately getting the title shot against GSP. With someone like Chamaya, they're gonna treat it kind of like a Sean O'Malley, kind of build him up a little bit more. I think Chamaya deserves a top 15 opponent. If I was the UFC, I would just immediately give them a top 10 opponent. But for him to immediately get Kamar Usman, I just think that'll be a bad move on the UFC because they'll be able to sell more tickets if they build Kamasma up a little bit more for the casuals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I really just wanted to talk about the main event on this particular fight, but do you want to talk about the card, or do you want to just talk about the main event?
Whatever you want to do, because
Um,
sucks. Like this is like one of those cards you like. I just want to watch the main event. It's not a good card.
yeah. There's a lot of exciting fights on this card, but just like not really names that a lot of unproven names yet. This could turn out to be a really good fight card just because these are all people that's looking, for a chance up in a sense, a chance to move up, a chance to get a name for themselves. You have a lot of young
Oh,
proven
dude, that kid
guys.
Kenny, bro.
Hmm. Oh
That
yeah,
kid
Kenny.
Kenny had a great debut. So
Oh yeah, yes he did. And that being said, like we're gonna probably Alicia Spencer's fighting, Chaos Williams is fighting. We had Kenny fighting down below. We had Sean Woodson fighting here, and we have Moik fighting here, and a lot of we have Ben as the co-main event. This guy is like I think he's up there in his 40s as well.
yeah, he's but
Getting
he's
up
wrestling
there.
a contender, man.
He is. But we got my favorite fighter in the UFC fighting Max Holloway. Max Holloway said this week that he's not an elevator diva. He doesn't want to wait for the elevator. He understands that he has a title shot against Alex. He earned that title shot against Alex, but he doesn't want to wait. He wanted to fight again this year. Alex doesn't want to fight until next year because he just fought against Brian Ortega, which respect the champion. Alex can make up whenever he wants to fight. He's the champion. So when Alex wants to fight, that's when you fight. Alex wants to fight next year. Max doesn't want to wait. He had scheduled to fight Yair Rodriguez earlier, right around the same time that Ortega fought Alex, but he got hurt in the undisclosed injury. He had to pull out, but now the fight court is back on. I think that this is a big, big, big fight in the sense of to propel your year's career forward. I think if anything, this is a win-win again for your year. I don't think if your year loses it, no one's gonna feel bad if he comes out there and gets demolished. But I think if he comes out there, he shows heart and he puts up a good fight, he's gonna gain respect. If he comes out there and he loses by by the third round, he's gonna gain respect just for taking the fight. He's a good young fighter, and he still has a lot to prove. If he comes out there and he beats Max Holloway, that's an immediately title shot opportunity. So it's a win-win here for your year, and that's what I love about Max Holloway. He doesn't care on where you rank at, on what your rank is. He's gonna fight you, and then he's putting his title opportunity on the line because if he loses here, the UFC, out of respect, is they could still give Max the title fight, but they're not gonna do that. If Max loses here, your year comes out and wins in fashion, they're gonna give the title fight to your year because he just beat the number one contender in Max. So that's what I love about Max. He doesn't care, and he's gonna fight who's who. So, what's your thoughts about this fight, and what's your thoughts about your year? What's your thoughts about Max?
So yeah, I think your year has been one of those guys, man, where it's been slept on for years. Like he's had a
Got to win
career.
against Dan Hooker.
Yeah, he has been under the radar in the UFC for a while. It's just they haven't gave him a chance, and now they're giving him the chance, which is stupid because they could have had this dude a long time ago getting a
I
chance.
think it's because of his 2-year absence of injuries.
Yeah, that's but that's just him being him. But now you get Max, where Max is hungry. He wants this, but I still think Max is gonna win. Max. He's gonna win this fight. If he doesn't, Max, just go home. Just go home. Just split the team and just join AKA. If you lose, Max, if you lose this fight, I'm gonna troll you so bad. You, if you loses this fight, bro. Max, you're a great guy. Max Waller is one of my favorite fighters. If you guys don't understand, I'm a Max fan too. I want him to win.
Absolutely.
So bad. But he needs to win, or everyone on Twitter is gonna troll this dude so bad he may leave the UFC. Because he needs to fight more than anyone else. Because his pride goes down. He needs this fight.
Yeah, it's a lose-win situation. Like it's the lose. Max has the title opportunity already. He doesn't have to fight. Yeah. He's putting that on hold.
Problem is, he could have not done this. He could have just waited a year. He didn't need to do this.
He wants to scrap. That's what we love about him, right? He's like,
yeah,
I don't care if I put it on the line. Let's go scrap. Like,
but if he loses, he's an idiot because he could have had the shot. He was gonna be everyone's gonna look at him and say, "Yeah, you're stupid. You should have just took the title." Like,
but that's what we love about Max Holloway, and that's why he's such an amazing striker and such an amazing fun fighter to watch. You know what I'm saying? The fact that this guy
listen, the kid is a fun guy to watch. Like I want this fight at the end of I wanted Max and Alex at the end of the year so bad because which is crazy that it's gonna be the fourth fight they'll be fighting. It's crazy.
It's gonna be a third, exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy, but it's Alex beat the crap out of him. Alex is one of those fighters, man, where he can beat the crap out of anyone, but those two have beat the crap out of each other when those two fought. It's every time.
True.
But I think
Alex, right now, like, it really comes down to, like, Max is taking this fight out of pure excitement and pure, like, I want to. You guys say that this guy has injuries and he's been out for 2 years, but this guy says, like, you guys are saying that he's the next biggest thing. All right. Let me dethrone him before he becomes the next biggest thing. And I think it's a sense of pride in that. And also, too, I think it's a sense of we're at a strange time in the featherweight division that outside of the three judges that scored the match, like obviously Max lost the first fight, but I'm not the only MMA fan that thinks that Max won the second fight.
Yeah,
so
I won. We're
in a position where it's 1-1, but obviously both times the three judges gave it to Alex. We're in a position in the featherweight division that there is contenders rising, but Max and Alex could fight 10 times in a row and it'll be exciting entertainment. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah, but the problem is
that we're in a time like that.
The problem with that is Alex should just keep on getting better.
He is, yeah.
Every fight I see this dude fight, he's gonna kill. He's gonna just he's gonna knock out. And it could be Max. It could be Brian. Yep. It could be someone it could be Korean Tommy if they just put him out there for some reason. But
one thing I noticed about Alex too, what I liked about Alex and what he did against Max is a lot of people they wait till Max to finish striking. Max is not gonna finish striking.
Yeah.
If you wait on him, he's just gonna keep on striking. He's gonna throw a 20-fight punch combo. You know what I'm saying?
Imagine if Max can just take someone down. I want this dude to take someone down, bro. It just
the world.
He needs to do something. He needs to do something to his wrestling because people are going to expose that soon. If he doesn't want to wrestle, people are going to expose. Alex is going to expose him for that.
Well, here's the thing. I was going to talk about Alex, but the one thing that Alex did differently when fighting Max is he didn't wait for Max to finish.
Yes,
he put himself in danger and he threw when Max was throwing, and that's one thing that Yair Rodriguez has to do. If Yair Rodriguez comes out there and throws when Max is throwing, like you have nothing to lose in this situation. So I'm not saying chase the knockout. I'm saying still keep your foundation.
You gotta play
still
smart.
Keep it smart, but don't when you have to go, don't you put yourself in. I want to see Yair put himself in danger, because if Yair does not put himself in danger, Max is gonna walk right through him.
He's gonna, or he couldn't just knock him out. Like it's
yeah, and
Max,
that's what I'm wondering about Max too. After this injury, he said he's been doing they did a lot of physical recovery, and they did a lot of physical strength recovery. Max doesn't have knockout power, but hopefully we can sometimes people are like, oh, you're born with power. No, you can train that too. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, Max, he's not
he has a smart team, and
he
the thing
has a
that they
smart
can
team,
do,
right? So
they have a team where they're close, and they understand when Max is good or not good.
Absolutely.
If they see Max like he's not doing good, they can see that. They probably just see that like, Max, what are you doing? What are you like? That's communication they have because they've been working with each other for years. So that's
absolutely.
But I think Yair, dude, if you lose, your hype is done. It's over. Like if you beat Max though, I'm gonna hype you up so bad. But Max, I swear, please win. I'm honestly gonna say please win. Just win so we can have the title shot, and then we don't need to worry about the division again.
That is true, and there's a lot of great upcoming fights we're gonna be talking about sooner. But make sure you guys go check out my man Nate Talk Sports. Link's gonna be down below. We're probably gonna get out of here for now, guys. Nate, you wanna say anything before we leave?
Just enjoy that fight, man. It's gonna be a great fight. I know I'm gonna
Yeah.
watch it because Max. I'm just gonna watch the main event. I ain't watching anything else.
It
So
is gonna be an early fight card. So main event is gonna be, I believe, the main card starts at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock Pacific. So it might be
for my time. It'll be
for
for
your
my
time.
time.
So gotta check those times. Check those times. Make sure you get them when you guys are at. And yeah, I appreciate you guys joining us today. And you guys have a good one. Let's get it.